Hi, Lynn from Lynn's Garden here. And we've been having some extreme temperatures out here in the Pacific Northwest. Yesterday, out here on the patio, it was 115 degrees. That is unheard of. Our summers normally consist of 70 to 88 degrees and going down even cooler at night. So I thought I would just take a walk around the garden, and I know I've got a few plants that did not fare well in the 4 days of extreme temperatures. I have a white rhodie that I want to take a look at. The sun actually burned the leaves. When I water the roots. I don't water the leaves on any of the plants. So I know it wasn't water damage, so it had to have been from the sun. But I just mulched this in the, just a couple of weeks ago. I tore out my sweet woodruff that was strangling all my plants. I had put that in as a ground cover about 10 years ago when I tore out the grass. And I've got a yellow potentilla that's doing well. My pyrus is doing okay. My phlox has really come out with the extreme heat the past couple of days. And then I've got Lavatera over there, which is doing very well. And lots of white daisies that are doing well. My lilies have bloomed a lot, and I've got hollyhocks over there, which we'll visit in just a minute. And right down beside me here, I've got hostas and a heliobore, which isn't flowering. I have my other heliobore on the other side, which is in sun mostly, and that one is blooming. And this is pestamon. And I've got a couple of different colors. And excuse me, I call this my daylily alley. Last year I replaced the gravel sidewalks or gravel pathways with these brick pathways. The cats much prefer them. And I've got some dianthus or pinks. And they're a two-tone. And this is all part of what I just tore out with the sweet woodruff. There's a big California lily or a California lilac in there. This is Iberis that blooms white in the spring. A pond that I dug and built. And cement chairs to sit and enjoy the pond. A rambling rose in yellow, which blooms in the early spring. A camellia, which blooms in the early spring also, in a very pretty pink color. I have some yellow climbing roses that I have to deadhead after that hot spell yesterday, and well, actually for 4 days, but the hottest day was yesterday. And this is the little path that I just put in. And my red lilies. And we also have the hollyhocks blooming as well. The heat has definitely brought out some plants. Now this is the one This is my rhodie that I was worried about. It actually got sunburn on the leaves. And it's hot again today, but it's only 86 hot. It's not 115. So it looks like it'll be okay. It should bounce back. And I have a blue lace hydrangea, which is as tall as I am. Probably taller. Oh no, look what we have here. I just cut those off. These are lupin, and I've never seen them bloom twice. Interesting. And azaleas, and I've got a bay leaf and some mint, which I keep under control. And a hosta I just planted, which is not faring too well. Have to give that some extra water. And my pink dogwood, after yesterday, has finally seen the last of its pretty flowers. Although I do spy a couple of them up at top that are still pink. And another azalea. And I'm going through spider webs. All the little spiders are out. And this is a fuchsia. There, get out from under the tree there. But that's an upright fuchsia, and you can plant those here, and they will rebloom and come up every year. I've got Japanese anemones that'll be blossoming very shortly. That's a burning bush that'll be very pretty in the fall. And this particular one over here is a purple shamrock, and this one is going crazy. Yet I have one in a different place that is hardly doing anything right now. It bloomed earlier. But my hostas aren't too happy. They got their leaves burned pretty badly. But they'll survive. And my clematis isn't feeling too happy about it either. But my phlox is coming along. That survived. And my fuchsia that's under the shade tree survived. My roses have survived, but they'll need some deadheading. I don't know what this one is called, but the blossoms on it are about the size of a dinner plate. They get to be huge. So I just call it my dinner plate rose. And my ever-blooming ones, I had to clip all the blossoms off. And back in the shade, this I consider to be my wild garden. And I don't know whether this will come out or not, but in the shade over there, yes it does, I can see it. I have some Princess Spirea, and that does very well growing as a wild plant. So this is my wilderness area under the cedar trees. But I did plant a hydrangea in here, a blue hydrangea. And funny, but this year it's not very blue yet. Have to get some water on the plants that I transplanted before the hot spell. I have euthanasia that I transplanted. My Black-eyed Susans that I transplanted are doing well, but the euthanasia looks a little worse for wear. And another hosta I transplanted that's wilted down. everything will come back. And I have some penstemon in the back here as well. And the hummingbirds really like that. The hummingbirds and the bees. This is my knockout rose, which stands to the side of my shed. And I left my shed open because it was so hot. But these hostas up against the shed are doing very well. They are huge, by the way. So that's it from Lynn's garden. I'm going to see if I can directly load this to YouTube. So we'll see if I found a new way to get things up. Bye for now.